The Sims 4 Growing Together introduced two transgender Sims in the pre-made families. We have Celeste Michaelson, a trans woman, and Jay Robles, a non-binary Sim. While we can imply these two identities by looking at their custom gender settings, pronouns, and home decor, the game actually includes pop-ups confirming their identities for the first time in the game's history. In order to see these pop-ups, you play as a different Sim, build a relationship with Jay and Celeste, then talk to each of them about San Sequoia secrets, which are under friendly, and then gossip. Using this option, we'll have a variety of pop-ups, including two about their experience coming out as trans. Celeste's pop-up reads, "It's not a secret, but I still prefer not to talk about it with people I don't know as well. I came out as trans just before we adopted Atlas. I'd been thinking about it for a long time but hadn't said anything to anyone until I blurted it out to my friend Doli. And she just said, if you feel like you are, maybe you should embrace the idea that you are a woman. I already knew in my heart who I really was, but that early support from her and from my husband meant everything." While Jay's pop-up says, "I came out as non-binary when I was in high school. My family was really chill about it. They/them feels right, though I am pretty fluid. My family all asked me what I prefer to be called in terms of name and so on. I said I'm fine with sibling or brother and uncle as well. That stuff's always a really personal decision, and I appreciate my family asking first and respecting me without question. I know many non-binary people really don't want any gendered stuff, and I totally get it." I love that we have concrete intention here from the team making these Sims trans and non-binary, and I think it was a great way to include this in their lore without making them feel like a one-dimensional character by using something like their family bios to do it. I also found Jay's pop-up a sneaky way to address that the game does not allow you to use gender-neutral language around terms like uncle, brother, and husband, but I hope these are a hint that these selections will be updated soon so that we can have sibling, husband, and parent sibling as an option. As a bonus, there is also a pop-up from Christopher where he says, "Celeste has always said it's okay to talk about this stuff, but the day she came out to me to say that she was trans was so huge. I was surprised, but I also thought that it somehow made so much sense for her. All I want is for my wife to be happy. It's really magical to see someone you love get to really truly be themselves." I'm really glad to see that they clarified that it isn't a secret that Christopher is sharing with us during this, and that Celeste is okay with him talking about it, and it just makes the relationship feel even more incredible. From what I saw, Jay's partner Doli doesn't have a pop-up about Jay's identity specifically, but she does refer to Jay with they/them pronouns through the pop-ups. Y'all know I'm a Doli hater because she only likes men while dating a non-binary Sim, but her relationship to Celeste does seem like her sexual orientation settings are less about invalidating her partner's identity and more of an oversight in her creation. That's it for today's video, and if you're subscribed, I'll see you next week.